being here for our annual community college night, which is shared with our friends and colleagues from Poway High School. I also have Jamal Felton with me tonight from RB High, who runs our Bronco Center, our college and career center. And I'd like to introduce the Poway staff that's here tonight. Jared, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, or you want me to take that? Or
Hi, welcome everyone. I'm Jara Smith from Poway High. We're so happy everyone's here, and Jamie Brown is with us as well, our guidance tech at Poway.
Fantastic, thank you, and welcome. Welcome Poway High and welcome RB High. So tonight we have an incredible opportunity where we have community college reps from across San Diego who are going to share their knowledge and expertise about their school. So great job here again. With a turnout is amazing. Couple things to point out. We are going to record this presentation. We are going to do that because we want you to be able to access this information in the future. We also want a family or a student who couldn't make it tonight to be able to access information. So I respectfully remind everyone in the room that this is a school event, and silliness and any of that, this is not the time or the place. We're here to respect the reps who are taking time out of their busy day and their busy night, to share their knowledge about the incredible opportunities that are right here in our backyard and at our fingertips for post-high school options, which is the community college. So I'm going to go ahead and stop because you don't want to hear from me. You came here to hear the reps. And so we're going to spend about 8 to 10 minutes hearing from the various reps across the county. They're going to share their screens. They're going to share their knowledge. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have time at the end for questions. We can use questions in the chat function. We can use questions and just clicking your microphone and saying, I have a question for Southwest. I have a question for Miramar, or wherever it may be. I do ask when we get to questions that we try to keep it a little bit more broad and not so specific about, well, my son, daughter wants to do this. So let's please be mindful of that. And then of course, all the reps will make their contact information available. So that way you can continue that dialogue if you need further information. So with that said, I am going to introduce our first rep, which is Chantel from Miramar Community College. So Chantel, if you would like to go ahead and take the microphone, it's all yours, and welcome everybody, and thank you for being here. Chantel, do you need me to share your screen?
Can you actually give the share screen to Jennifer? She's actually going to do the share screen while I present.
You got it.
Perfect. But while you all transition for the presentation, I did want to introduce myself as well. My name is Chantal Hernandez. I'm part of the outreach team at Miramar College. And been working there for about 2 years now. So have been working with students and families, and I have been really enjoying my job because this is what I've been focused on and what I'm passionate in. So thank you for taking the time, and thank you for your attention. I'm going to have just Jen share her screen so that we can begin the presentation.
One second, as Coach Jamal and I work on giving her user rights. Okay. Coach Jamal, can you give Jennifer user rights to share her screen, please?
I will do that. Give me 1 second.
Thank you. And as you're doing that, I'll introduce myself. Well, good evening, everybody. It's really good to see some faces. I know we're virtual, but I love when people turn their cameras on because I'm like, yes, this is what we want to see, people, right? Because some of us are just cooped up at home and just looking at the screen. So whenever I see people turning on their cameras, inviting us into their homes, I get super excited. So thank you so much for doing that today. And I know it's like close to dinner time, so some of you might be hungry, getting hungry already. So we really appreciate you taking the time to really learn about the options that you have after high school, with community college being one of them. So thank you so much.
Jennifer, you are all clear to share your screen, and thank you for your patience.
Thank you. Let me just... Okay, just 1 second.
Are you While she's doing the screen share, we are in the Mira Mesa area. So before, when we were in person, I would always say, oh, we're only 15 minutes away, or we're 30 minutes away. we're only a click away. We're all virtual. So we definitely have, there's definitely some pros to that. I think you're sharing another tab, Jen.
Is it not coming up?
On my end, it's not coming up.
Can you see it now? No?
Yes.
Okay, excellent.
All right. Woo! All right. Technical things that we have to definitely always navigate in now because of, our new environment. But thank you for being patient with us. Thank you. But anyways, yes, we are in the Mira Mesa area. And a part of being at Miramar, if we go to the next slide, is that you are a part of the San Diego Community College District. So we actually have 3 campuses. So it's us, Miramar, and then there's City, and then there's Mesa. So we are a part of this one district, right? And what does that mean? That means that with one application, you have access to all of our campuses. So with one ID, you can take classes at our campus, you can take classes at City, at Mesa. If you really wanted, you could take classes with all of our 3 sister schools, and each has its own programs and services and different locations. We have a lot to offer. We also have 7 continuing education locations, which are more known for like the non-college credit courses, or if somebody is going for a GED or taking English classes, that's more along the lines of the San Diego College of Continuing Education. Next slide, please. All right, so Miramar College. So we did begin in 1969, and a lot of people just knew us for law enforcement or the police academy, but we've actually grown to be a lot more than that, and our enrollment is about 15,000 students, which is why we're the fastest growing community college in Southern California. So we have 70 associate programs, 90 technical certificates, so we have a lot. And on top of that, our local industry, the partnerships that we have with local industry helps our students not only be prepared, but be competitive. Be competitive with the other graduates in the area, or in the career path that they're seeking. We also have, of course, something that is a huge benefit in a community college is the flexibility of the different course offerings. So if you're a morning person, you definitely would want to take classes if you absolutely can in the morning. Or if you're like me, that would always try to get a class that's a little bit later than 8 o'clock, you can definitely have that flexibility. Or if you end up working as well, which is something that I did, I was able to really find a schedule that was right for me. And then the transfer programs. Transfer is definitely a popular one. Transferring is just one of the paths that you can take at Miramar College. So we have different agreements with guarantees, priorities to different schools, whether it's UC, a CSU, private university agreements as well. So we have different paths that a student can take. A lot of people talk about affordability when it comes to community college, and we always want to definitely emphasize this because a lot of students have different options, right? But definitely something that a community college has is the financial aspect of it. We are more affordable, $46 a unit if you're a resident, and it does go a little bit more expensive if you're not a resident of the state. However, the financial aid options starts with the FAFSA or the DREAM Act, right? So they are both applications in order for you to receive that financial help. But what's the difference? The difference is that the DREAM Act application is more for undocumented and non-resident students, but both have the same filing period. So right now we're in between that time where October 1st, the application opens, and then March 2nd is when that time frame ends. That doesn't mean that you cannot apply after that, but there's some grants, there's some funds that is more for that time frame and is only for that time frame, or maybe funds run out, right? But this is definitely something that we always want to include in our presentations because it's important to know, and it can be overwhelming when it comes to this step. And then another thing is Our school code is right there. So when it comes to doing that application, make sure that you are entering the correct code. So if it's, for example, Miramar College, you are entering that correct code in order for the school to receive your information. So definitely, if you have questions later on about financial aid and things like that, definitely let us know. Next slide, please. All right, so I always hear, whether it's a student or, you know, a parent or guardian, oh, I heard that you can go to Miramar College or go to community college for free. Or I heard about this program that you get 1 year for free. Well, they're talking about the San Diego Promise program. When they're, you know, emailing us, they're asking about these questions of like, oh, I heard this, I heard that. And we always tell them, oh, you know, it's the San Diego Promise. The San Diego Promise is more than just the financial aspect, though. There's a lot of help in terms of financial aid, in terms of community college. However, the San Diego Promise is a little different because it's a program that does not only offer the financial aspect, right? Yes, you can get up to 2 years of free tuition and health fees. However, we understand that for a student to be successful, it's not, hey, you know, here's money for you to pay for your classes. There's a lot more that goes to that. So we have peer mentors, and we also have counseling. So we have students that are mentoring students that have already been in that situation, that have their stories to share. We have actual counselors that will know the requirements, that'll have progress reports for them. And I know that we're running short on time, but there's different eligibility, and it doesn't take too much to be in the San Diego Promise program. So if you see that list and you say, hey, you know, I'm eligible, please follow the steps listed right here. And I will definitely include links to the chat later on for direct website information. Next slide, please. I'm not going to list all of these, but these are just some of the programs that we have. So if you're interested in more in the liberal arts areas, we have anthropology, to ELAC, which is for students that are learning English, to graphics. Of course, like I mentioned before, we have public safety. So we're not only just the police academy, but we have the fire protection technology and EMT programs. One of the more popular schools is the mathematics, biological exercise and physical sciences, which is where we have our biotechnology, or allied health, which is more geared towards students that perhaps are eventually going to go into nursing. But yeah, we have a variety, and these are only some. Next slide, please. And of course, we have career education. We have everything from automotive to paralegal to computer sciences. And all of these, you know, have either degrees or certificate options, depending on what it is that you're trying to go for. But all of these are great programs. So campus life, I know that it's going to look a little bit different now. However, you know, there's still opportunity for you to become connected to our campus outside of the classroom and to develop your leadership skills and to network. So it's definitely, don't think that we're virtual. That means everything has stopped. There's some things that have paused, like athletics, but you can still reach out to coaches. You can still become informed on the different updates that are coming forward. Next slide, please. And then this is just like a snapshot of our steps to get started at Miramar College. And again, our outreach team is here for you if in case you have any questions about how to get started. If you're having a little bit of issues with any of these steps, we're there for you. We help students walk them through different questions along the lines of, you know, step 1 to 6. So we are here to support you, and I'll definitely include that information in the chat.
Wonderful. Thank you so
and then
much.
This is.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
No,
I was just gonna say this is like the last slide. I'm just gonna go. Whoo. This is just again a snapshot of just some of the things that we have in the month activities. We have tours, we have webinars. So please check us out. We have our website right there. Jen, if you can just go to the next slide. And then if you have any questions, we of course are going to be here, but if afterwards you think of something, you're like, wow, I totally forgot to ask this. This is our information. please, connect with us on live. We have a live U chat, or join our outreach email list. We have a monthly newsletter that we always send out at the beginning of the month with all the information in terms of upcoming events, tours, or promise updates. So if you paid attention to the last slide, if any of those were like, okay, those are interesting, please check us out on our website, or contact us directly through email. But thank you.
Wonderful. Outstanding. Thank you so much. And help me please welcome Jocelyn from Southwest Community College, who's up next. And then after Jocelyn, we will hear from Tony with Palomar. So go for it, Jocelyn. Thank you.
Perfect. Awesome. So I am sharing my screen. Let me know if you can see it. Perfect. Thank you, Matt. Hi, everyone, and welcome. I'm Dr. Jocelyn Pacheco Fonseca, Outreach Coordinator at Southwestern College. So first and foremost, to my seniors, happy graduation day. We're very close. The class of 2021, congratulations. To the parents, family members, guardians at home joining us today, thank you for being here. The time has come, right? We feel a little nervous, a little anxious, but also very happy and excited that our seniors are finally there at the finish line. So that's why I'm here today, to talk to you about Southwestern College, and so we can explore a little bit more about what the next steps can be for our seniors, and also for you, our family members joining us today, as we do have programs for you at Southwestern College as well. So first and foremost, just like a lot of the colleges here, we are functioning in a virtual environment, but that is not to say that we are not readily available to support all of you through a virtual setting. So we do have what we call Cranium Cafe. You can reach us through our Cranium lobbies, where we can support you via chat or video chat. And this includes for any of our campuses. So our main campus is the Chula Vista campus at Southwestern College, but we also have different higher education centers like the ones in Otay Mesa, San Isidro, National City, and our Crown Cove Aquatic Center in Coronado. So for our students that apply, you can go ahead and attend any of these campuses. The community college advantage. So we are here talking about why should you attend a community college, right? So one, you obviously do save a lot of money, and that is great. In terms of the semesters, we do offer you a flexible schedule. We do have semester or short week sessions, which are 8-week sessions. The only thing we need from you is your high school diploma, GED, or it's for you to be 18 years or older. But why, right? The question is, why should I join your college? Well, we do offer that quality education by a very dedicated faculty. We do have small class sizes for you, multiple student support services, transfer programs. That is one of the things that a lot of our students are very interested in, as they want to join us for the first 2 years and then go ahead and join a CSU, UC, or private university, whichever one they choose to go to. Financial aid options, there's plenty. And of course, at Southwestern College, we care about you, who you are, and where you want to be, and we make sure that you get there. So what can you earn with us at Southwestern College? You can earn a certificate. So that is a certificate of proficiency. So you can earn it in as little as a year. So if you want to go ahead and start at the workforce right again, we encourage you to go ahead and pursue that certificate. An associate's degree, for those of you that want to stay with us a little longer and make sure to focus on a specific major or study, that is a 2-year degree. And of course, I want you all to remember that the more education you have under your belt, the better paid you will be at your job. And then transfer. So if you are currently looking at a CSU, UC, or private institution and you want to save money, community college is definitely the way to go. So you can start with us at Southwestern College, complete your first 2 years, and then go ahead and move on to a 4-year institution. So transfer with a guaranteed, I talked about transfer being one of our main focuses. So at Southwestern College, we do have a transfer center, and we have multiple counselors that are ready to assist you. So we are very career and transfer focused. So we have what we call a transfer with guaranteed. So for our students who earn an associate's degree, they can go ahead and transfer to any of our CSUs. So again, this is a process that we can support you once you come to Southwestern College. We do have a transfer center. We do have counselors to assist you. I just want to have this slide here to show you the many ADTs that we are currently offering, and our transfer center and counselors are always actively communicating with the CSUs to make sure that we have a lot more certificates available for you and a lot more opportunities for you to transfer into one of the CSUs. Fields of study, we have more than 300 degrees and certificate programs. These are just some to name a few. So whatever your interest is, even if you are not sure right now, that is not a reason to not attend a community college. That is not a reason to not say, hey, I'm gonna apply to Southwestern College and see what they can do for me. So please, if any of these fields look somewhat interesting, or even if you're not sure yet, I encourage you to apply. I encourage you to meet with one of our counselors, as we will make sure that we provide you with a path of study so you can graduate in time. Career and education industry sector. So for those of you that want to go ahead and start a career education or start in the career education field, this means that we have programs designated to give you specific fields. These are some of the programs here, which include advanced manufacturing, transportation and logistics, life science and biotechnology. So again, whatever your interest is, we have a program for you. So I encourage all of you to visit our webpage if you want to learn more about our industry sectors. And I just want to let everyone know that for career education, we do have a huge expo. So I encourage everyone to follow us on social media, which I have a slide for you in a bit, because we do have this as a core, and we want to make sure that all of our students know about our career education field. Early admissions program. To my seniors, if you are ready to join us at Southwestern College, I encourage you to follow the early admissions program because it will help you with a smoother transition to the college. You will be fulfilling a requirement for the Southwestern College Promise, which guarantees 2 years of free tuition and fees. And of course, you are able to succeed in college. Our early admissions program process is fairly easy. You start with your application, we move on to your placement, your orientation. You then get priority registration, which means that you are able to select your classes and register in your classes ahead of everyone else. And then your final part will be the payment, or in this case, if you have financial aid, your promise. Application. So again, you will be filling out, just like for any other community college, your CCC apply, and then your Southwestern College application. And of course, we are here to support you through the process. Followed by this online orientation, which we will make sure that you have an education plan so you know what exactly you will be doing once you start your fall semester. So we encourage everyone to complete the early admissions program by May of 2021 because that is what guarantees you that priority registration. We do have events specifically for this, and we will make sure to support you through the entire process. And I will give you my information so you can follow up, and we can give you all of this information in a later slide. Financial aid, I'm not going to go too much into it as it is very different for every student, depending on your need, depending on the information that you provide when you're filling out the FAFSA. But again, we do have the Southwestern College Promise, which is 2 years of free tuition for first-time college students who meet the eligibility criteria. Student support and services at Southwestern College, we make sure that we are not only giving you the classes, but we are also supporting you through your academic endeavors. So here are a list, not exhaustive list, of the programs that we have for you. We want to make sure that you are able to succeed. We want to provide you with all the tools and resources so that you get to your final goal. One of the things is student employment. So I do have 20 peer ambassadors that work in the outreach office. And that means that you, as a high schooler, are able to apply once you join us at Southwestern College. And you too can be supporting those high school students that come in after you. And of course, provide information to our community so they learn more about the college. So that's just some of the resources that we provide at the college. Student support services, we also have learning communities for you. So if you like that cohort model, if you want to make sure that you have a support system through your journey, we are definitely here for you. These are some of the learning communities we have available, and we encourage all of the students, and this is regardless of what institution you attend. It is important that you participate. It is important that you are part of the college because that will help you with your retention. That will help you be part of the college, and that is going to make you, 1, attend classes, 2, be part of the campus community, and 3, succeed. So again, to all my seniors, whatever college you go to, I fully and I truly encourage you to always be part of some type of club or learning community, as I will help you in your college journey. So get your jump start in college. So I know that most of the students here are seniors, but to my parents and family, if you know or have a 10th grader, 11th grader, or another senior or incoming senior at home, we do have what we call the high school special program. These are classes that students can take free of any, pretty much free of charge, right? So the only thing that the student has to pay for is the book. The mandatory fees, that's in addition to the tuition. So we cover the tuition. There's only a $38 mandatory fee in addition to the books. But these classes are taken at Southwestern College right now virtually, but they give our students college credit. So if you want your students to stay ahead and start taking these college courses, I encourage you to let any 10th grader, 11th grader, or incoming senior to please take advantage of these free courses at Southwestern College through our high school special program. One of the ways to contact us is through our outreach lobby. So if you visit our outreach page, you can go ahead and click on outreach lobby. You will then see this page. If you have a Google account, Facebook account, LinkedIn, or if you want to use a guest registration, go ahead and join us through any of these mediums. We want to make it easy for you, so you do not have to be a current Southwestern College student in order to get in contact with us. Application support. We have started our applications every Wednesday of the month. Every first Wednesday of the month, we have a Spanish session. Every Wednesday after that, there are English sessions, and I'm happy to also share this information with Matt and with all of you, so you can join our application sessions if you wish. Follow us on social media. Right now, I know that all of you are on your phone, so I hope that you find us on Instagram, find us on Facebook. That is the best way right now to stay in touch, to know what we're doing at Southwestern College, and of course, to know and receive all the information about our upcoming events. So here is the contact information for our lobby. Our email, you can always email outreach@swccd.edu. And here's my email as well, jpacheco@swccd.edu. So with that, thank you very much, everyone. I am happy to answer any questions you may have. And as always, Southwestern College is here for you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Jocelyn. That was outstanding. So up next, please help me welcome Tony from Palomar Community College. And after we hear from Tony, Jonathan will be sharing about Miracosta. So up next is Palomar, followed by Miracosta.
All right. Just to make sure, can you all see the presentation fine? Good. Awesome. So hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. My name is Tony Quiroz. I am the outreach specialist for Palomar College. Pretty much what that means is that I go out to high schools and community organizations and talk to people about Palomar College, from the different academic programs that we offer, opportunities, student support services. There's definitely a lot of aspects to it, and pretty much it's my job to inform people. I myself am a product of the community college system. I attended it right after high school. It was a great opportunity for me because it was local. And, you know, I got to live at home for a little bit. So I got some few of those luxuries, which was really nice. You know, the laundry, and I paid minimal amount of rent, which is always really nice. And so for me, definitely community college was a great start to my higher education. I actually ended up changing my major 7 times before finally deciding what I wanted to do. I went through chemistry, business, health science, criminology, anthropology, sociology, psychology, until I landed in human development, which is a combination of several of those areas. Eventually, I transferred over to Cal State Long Beach, where I finished my bachelor's degree as well. So we're going to talk about Palomar College. Joining me as well is actually one of our college reps. She is actually a current student right now. So if you have questions specifically towards the student experience, definitely you can ask questions to Deja, our college rep. But to get us going, we're going to start off with talking about the opportunities that are available at a community college and what you would go to a community college for. Several of the community colleges have already talked about this, but definitely you can get your associate's degree, which is a 2-year degree, transfer. You could be a career changer. So maybe some of you parents out there are interested in going back to school. Community college definitely welcomes you back as well for that opportunity to learn some additional skills. Maybe you want to learn a foreign language or develop English as a second language. Big one is definitely that as a high school student, you can actually take college classes for free, and it's a great way to get ahead and to get a better understanding of what the college experience is like, especially right now in this remote space. Definitely Palomar College right now is mainly online. We're offering a few classes here and there in the future semesters for in person, but for the most part, we are going to be remote. So why Palomar College specifically? There are over 100 community colleges just in the state of California alone, and you're meeting several of them today. Well, Palomar College is definitely one of the largest community colleges in San Diego County. We have multiple campuses located throughout the area as well. We have one in San Marcos, Escondido, Rancho Bernardo, Fallbrook. And although right now it's mainly through a remote space, remember this is all temporary. So definitely in the future, you have the ability to gain access to any one of those campuses. We have a variety of opportunities, and the big one definitely being Palomar Promise. When it comes to academic programs at Palomar College, we have a huge variety of options for our students, from drone technology, television and media, foreign language, anything revolving around the STEM field. We actually have our own radio station on our campus. There definitely is something for everybody at our college. We have over 250 degrees and certificates, so definitely it's a great way to figure out what's going to be the best one for you. As far as for resources, we have our guided pathways mapper. It's a great resource for students to use as figuring out what's going to be the best way for you to figure out your major and looking at what's available at Palomar College. For those of you interested in transferring, you can definitely achieve that at Palomar College, whether it's transferring to a Cal State, UC, private school, or out of state. It's just important that no matter where you decide to go to college, that you end up communicating with your academic counselor to figure out what's the best plan for you. Someone had mentioned this earlier, but there's a program called ADT, or Associate's Degree for Transfer. It's a program in which if you do decide to attend Palomar College, we will guarantee you admission into one of the CSUs. Now, on the opposite end of that, we have something for the UCs, which is known as TAG, or Transfer Admission Guarantee. And this is more GPA based, meaning if you meet certain GPA requirements, we will guarantee you into one of 6 of these UCs. And this is for all community colleges as well in the state of California. So definitely that's really great for the fact that remember that when you're a transfer student, they're not looking anymore at your high school stuff unless you did college classes in high school. It's mainly looking at the things that you've accomplished while being now a college student. And now I'm actually going to hand it over to Deja, who is going to talk about registration and our Palomar Promise program.
So hi, my name is Deja. I am a current student at Palomar College. This is my 2nd year here now at Palomar College. I am a nursing major and I am all the way from Menifee, California. So at Palomar College it is 46 units per unit, and an average of one class is about 3 units. So you're looking at 138 per class. An average student takes about 5 classes. So that's about 690 per semester and 1,380 per year. Now on the right side, we're going to look at the CSU systems and the UC systems. So CSU is about 5,742, and then the UC system is about 12,570. And Point Loma, which is a private school, it's about 37,600. And then USD, not UCSD, is about 52,120, which is also another private school. Don't let those numbers scare you from going to a UC or a Cal State. It's just showing you how Palomar Promise is very affordable for students if they are in need of support to go to. So at Palomar College, we do have Palomar Promise, which guarantees you free tuition for 2 years. Not only does it guarantee you for 2 years of tuition free, but you also get textbook assistance, which is really nice because textbooks can be very expensive when going to a community college. So the application for Palomar Promise is live. So if you have not done your Palomar Promise application, I would say do so now because it is first come, first serve. So if you wait till last minute, you not may be able to get in. To do the Palomar Promise application, you have to do your FAFSA or DREAM Act application. It does not matter if you get denied from FAFSA or not because it's not income based. You just have to fill it out just so they can have it on file. They just know that you did it. and you'll just do that Palomar application, and it's open to all first-time college students. To maintain your eligibility in Palomar Promise, you must be a full-time student, which is 12 units, or if you're in the DRC program, which is the Disability Resource Center, you'll be in 6 units, which means that if you have an IEP or a 504 plan. You also need to meet with a counselor or a counselor to make an education plan to know your path, what your path you're going to take at Palomar College. You also must maintain a 2.0 GPA to maintain your Palomar Promise for 2 years.
And just a quick correction on that, it's actually 9 units. So if you have an IEP or 504 plan and you fall under the Disabilities Resource Center, instead of 12 units, it's 9 units. So one last thing, we do have the opportunity for you to take a virtual campus tour with us. We have a variety of resources in our virtual toolbox that includes not only our virtual campus tours, our information sessions that are coming up. We offer our services in English and in Spanish, and we also offer one-on-one chats. So for those of you that want more individualized help, we do offer it all through Zoom as well. So we have our contact information right there. So if there's any time to print screen anything or take a screenshot of it on your phone, this would be it. So that way you can stay in contact with us. And of course, we're happy to help you at any step of the way. Thank you so much for having us, and have a good night.
Outstanding. Thank you. All righty. Please help me welcome Jonathan Gomez from Miracosta. And after we hear from Jonathan, we'll hear from Mr. Keith Turner from Grossmont Community. So go for it, Jonathan. The floor is yours.
Great. Thank you so much for having us here tonight. My name is Jonathan Gomez. I'm the program manager for outreach at Miracosta, and I'm very excited to speak to you all tonight. We have a lot of great colleges in San Diego, community colleges as well. And I think all of us love talking about college all day. So I'll put a timer on here, but we've got a lot to say, and love to take questions later, or in the chat, I'll look back at those. Part of my role, and a lot of people will ask, well, which one's the best one? So it's really about what's the best fit for you. So I'm going to highlight some kind of unique things that we offer, but a lot of us offer the same things. We might just have a slightly different approach to it, or a slightly different program that's not offered across the board. So we have a student ambassador program as well. Typically we give live campus tours. We can set up virtual tours. And you can also chat with our ambassadors online. So you'll see the link at the end again. But our chat looks similar to the other colleges. We have what's called Cranium Cafe. And so you can schedule an appointment also with an ambassador if you need help walking through the process. We have 4 locations, and we're North San Diego, and we're coastal. So we're all along the coast. The campus that's closest to you is our San Elijo campus. We offer credit courses both at the Oceanside campus off of the 78 College, and in Manchester, right by that big gold dome from the Greek Orthodox Church. But we kind of blend in, so we're right off the Manchester exit and the 5. As far as our population, our San Elijo campus, this is a picture of it. We actually have about 3,000 students that attend there. Overall, we service about 19,000 students. You can see some of the breakdowns in our class sizes and age there. We're also been recognized as a military-friendly campus. So depending on the year, we have close to 3,000. We call them military-affiliated students and their dependents. And then we are one of the few campuses, one in the region, few in the country, but we have a VA representative or a VSOC rep, Veteran Success on Campus representative. So it kind of streamlines the process for our military affiliated students with the VA. We are undergoing a lot of construction on our campuses. So the top image that you can see is our new student center that's being put up at our San Elijo campus. So for graduating seniors, you'll get access to the new building, some new study rooms, services, welcome centers. All of our athletics are going to be taking place up at our Oceanside campus. So some of the images you see for our fields, our new gym and things are being constructed at our Oceanside campus. Okay. And I did want to touch on our Promise program. So very similar to the other colleges, what we offer is for first-time, full-time students. So if you graduate high school. Even if you took a summer class or took a class in high school, you're considered first time that first semester after summer or after graduation. And so for us, it's the only application is the FAFSA or the DREAM Act application. And so there's no separate promise application. Similar to other colleges, you don't have to qualify for anything through the FAFSA. We just consider that your application. That's how you document that you want to apply for the Promise program. And so it's 2 years free. And we also, on a case-by-case basis, offer book assistance. And a lot of our classes are just low textbook costs, because those costs can be more than the classes sometimes. Another unique feature, and I'll drop a link in the chat, or program that we offer, and a lot of other community colleges have partnered with Point Loma. I just wanted to highlight 2+2 programs. So you could do 2 years completing a certain amount of credits that you need to apply to Point Loma. And then they offer hybrid format classes on one of our campuses. So both in Oceanside and at the San Elijo campus. These are the offerings at our Oceanside campus. I'll chat the link. And for San Elijo, we have a business administration program and an MBA program that we're offering there. So tuition, we saw the slide with tuition for Point Loma. So it's much more affordable if you do it in this hybrid format where you do some online and come to our campuses. So that's a nice option. At our San Elijo campus, we have a program called First Four for our first year students. So in your first semester, we give you guaranteed seats in 4 classes, and it's 4 days a week. So it's kind of an ideal schedule we've set up for a college freshman. We know that in high school classes, you get some help picking those out. In college, we kind of say, hey, you can figure it out on your own. You can definitely talk to a counselor. But we've kind of tried to make this a little less intimidating for our students and cater to the schedule that works best, or that students have told us that work best for them. So for our First Four program, I'll chat the link for that one as well, but you just go to miracosta.edu/first4 and you can find out more information about that program. Nice thing is you don't have to worry about getting seats in these classes, and they're classes that transfer and that fit into multiple transfer plans if that's your goal. Wanted to talk a little bit about our career education offerings. So some of the other colleges I've mentioned, lots of us offer these programs that are in high demand in the San Diego region. So it's great for being employed. And some of our newest programs are in cybersecurity and sustainable agriculture, but we offer a variety of those. One of the ones we're known for is our bachelor's degree in biomanufacturing. So we are one of the 15 colleges, community colleges, that are piloting a bachelor's degree. We've graduated 2 years of students from this program. San Diego's the 3rd largest region for biotech. So there's lots of options for you out there. And the great thing about this is that it's $10,000 for a bachelor's degree. So that would be the estimated cost without financial aid. And our process, or our program, focuses on the production. So growing these specialized cells in a lab that can then be turned into a vaccine. So it can be pharmaceuticals, it can be different areas where biology intersects with tech. And another feature that I wanted to mention is our Technology Career Institute. So in Carlsbad, in our Carlsbad location, we offer a workforce development program. So it's basically job training, and we offer a variety of jobs that are in high demand in the region, where you don't necessarily need a bachelor's degree or even a degree, but we do quick short-term trainings for about 16 weeks, some of them. And you could be an engineering technician, work in the craft brewing industry, or you can work in biomedical equipment. So there's a lot of things, machinist technology. So that's something you can look into as well. And then we have an honors program. With our honors program, there is no minimum GPA required. So it's a little bit different than what you would think of in high school. So what we want is encourage students to participate in research opportunities, participate in small class discussions where there's not as much of a lecture maybe, and a little more of the research or the findings that students are gathering from the readings being shared. So one of the specialties of that program is that you get the Transfer Alliance program if you take 5 honors classes. You have to we label you as an honors scholar, and that will help you get a second look from campuses like UCLA and UC Irvine, so that can help with the acceptance rate there. Real quickly, I'm wrapping up on these sports teams that we offer. So we offer men and women's basketball, men and women's soccer. Our rugby team's club, but they compete nationally. We have won national championships. We're a fairly new rugby school, so I know there's a lot of rugby in the area. If you're interested, I can provide information from the coach. We also offer surf team, and then our volleyball is just women's, but we do have indoor and beach volleyball programs. And again, all up at the Oceanside campus. So if you want more information, feel free to reach out to me directly via email or phone, and then check out our Instagram for our ambassadors and the chat link there as well. All right.
Thank you, Jonathan. I just was responding there to a quick question that came in the chat. Up next, please welcome Mr. Keith Turner from Grossmont Community. And after we hear from Keith, we're going to hear from Luke Michacha. I apologize if I got that incorrect, from City College. The floor is yours, Keith. Go for it.
All right. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it. Hello, everyone. My name is Keith Turner. I'm the Interim Outreach Coordinator at Grossmont College. I'm going to be sharing my screen with you guys. All right, can you see my screen? All right, good. So yeah, I'm the Interim Outreach Coordinator at Grossmont College. I am joined today with my colleague, Gabby. She's gonna be presenting at the end, talking about our FYE program. And so the first thing that I wanted to let you guys know is, the top 6 reasons why students choose Grossmont College. And I think the number one thing that points out is, our relationship that we have with San Diego State. A lot of students, some won't have the opportunity to go straight from high school into maybe a 4-year university like San Diego State, but we are the number one transfer community college. So if you are interested in, staying local and going to a CSU, we do have a strong relationship with them, as well as the number of associate's degrees that are awarded to minorities, and looking at also the cost of tuition. We do have the college promise like all the other community colleges here across the region. So these are some of the areas that I wanted to show you why students are choosing Grossmont College. Also, we have, we offer associate's degrees. We offer associate's degrees for transfer, also certificates. So we have certificates in, automobile. We have business office technology certificates for administrative assistants. Some students, they don't want to go to school for 2 years. Maybe they just want to focus on, or adults, right? Maybe you want to focus in on a special skill or trait. So we have several different categories you guys can choose from available on our website. I won't go into all of them. Many of them are like our community colleges across the region. But also one of the things I wanted to highlight is our bachelor's degree partnership we have with Point Loma Nazarene. And that is where you can get a bachelor's degree in nursing or computer science. So we do have that similar to our, was it Maricosta that just went, I believe they have a partnership as well. And so we have that with Point Loma Nazarene. So if you are interested in nursing or computer science, we do have that pathway to that degree. All right, so our process is really easy. We have a 5-step process that we help walk our students through to help get you guys registered and applied for your classes, where we are able to assist you. We have a virtual help desk, which I will be showing in my next slide, where we will walk you through applying to Grossmont College, just going on to our website and then going through the online orientation, placement questionnaire, getting you set up with a counselor virtually to complete your education plan. and then getting you registered for your classes. And so that 5-step process is really easy, and we walk you through that and literally hold your hand through the process to make sure that you are getting the assistance that you need. And right now, with us being in a virtual environment, it's really important that you have that contact and relationship with somebody to help you guys get through these steps, because we know that not being on campus is difficult. And so we've really emphasized making sure we're offering a lot of hours at our virtual help desk. So you'll see here that here is our spring hours. We have ambassadors available for the majority of the day, where we are helping students get their questions answered. So we during these times, we have counselors, people from admissions and records that are here answering questions day in and day out. So you can either call in from your cell phone, you can join us on a video chat and literally share your screen with us, with one of our ambassadors, and we will literally walk you through the process of, hey, I need help with my application process, or, I can't reach my instructor, right? Like, we've had several different student concerns, right, across our campus. And so our ambassadors are here literally every day helping students get their questions answered and directing them to, maybe a dean or a chair to help get our students the help they need so that they can feel comfortable in this virtual environment. So feel free to join our virtual help desk if you guys have any additional questions after this presentation today. We will be happy to answer those questions. Also, I wanted to share with you, we have a Grossmont Outreach YouTube channel. And so we have short videos that help in different languages that help you guys register for classes. So maybe it's off hours. Say you want to register tonight. Our virtual help desk right now is closed. But if you wanted to, apply or register for a class, you can literally go onto our YouTube channel, Grossmont Outreach, and we have short video clips on how to walk you through the process of completing these things. And so I think that's really important, is that you have a visual of what you're doing, since we're not on campus. We can't have someone to help you. So feel free to reach us there on the Grossmont Outreach YouTube channel. So here are some of the programs and services available at Grossmont. I won't go through each of these, but we do have many different programs that you can get assistance in. For example, in tutoring, we are offering that. EOPS, you can get book vouchers. So like some of the others mentioned, books can be expensive. Up to $200 for a book. I remember when I was in community college, I remember paying $200 for a Spanish book, and I was like, oh my goodness. But EOPS is, for example, a program that help get you book vouchers, so your books are free, right? And we have the Umoja program, where you join them and they literally give you a counselor, and you're a part of a community, and they are going to take you on trips. And you're gonna learn and be with a family. And so there's several different programs available. I won't go through all of them, but you'll learn more about these at our, we're gonna have community sessions throughout the spring semester. So if you are interested in learning more about these programs and where you may fit in as a student, or where your child may fit in, I highly suggest you reach out to us and we can point you in the right direction. Also, so yeah, like I was saying earlier, 2 years free college. So take advantage of this opportunity now, the College Promise. I highly suggest that you apply, get enrolled, meet with the counselor, get your ed plan set up, so that you can take advantage of the 2 free years of college and then transfer to a university. I think it's really important now that we take advantage of these opportunities, because if you wait, then when you try to come back to school later on, the 2 years may not be free anymore. You may be paying that $46 per unit. And so I think it's really important that our students, take advantage of these opportunities for a free education. So one of the things I want to share with you guys as well is Grad Guru. So if you guys have your cell phones out, you guys can download Grad Guru and get Grossmont College on there. And then we will literally send you updates to your cell phone throughout the semester of what's going on, when to drop your classes or add classes, priority registration. Like we send out notifications on this app so that you do not miss anything. I think it's really important that you utilize this because we are all busy, right? We all have several things going on in our lives. Students are going to be working, they're going to be trying to do a sport, they're going to be having full-time classes, and Grad Guru just sends out those updates weekly from different departments letting you know, hey, did you fill out your FAFSA? Here's the deadline, right? And so this is one of the tools we utilize to stay connected with our students throughout the semester and just let them know about those critical dates so that they don't miss anything, and help them be successful. So download Grad Guru through the App Store, and then follow Grossmont College. And last, I wanted to show you guys this slide right here. You can contact Rita. Her email is here, or you can contact myself. I put my email address in the chat, and you can literally schedule a virtual tour of Grossmont College. So we'll get you set up with our ambassador, and we will give you a virtual tour of what our campus looks like. Right now, I know that no one can go on campus, and so we've set up appointments where you guys can take a look around campus and see what it looks like. So next, I will turn it over to Gabby. She will explain about our first year experience program mentorship that we have for first year students.
Thank you, Keith. Hi, everyone. My name is Gabriela Soto. I'm the outreach specialist for our Via Rápida first year experience program at Grossmont College. So our first year experience program, the purpose is to help students ease that transition between high school and college. It can be challenging sometimes just because it's so different. So this is where our program comes into play. By joining our program, we will support you during your full first year at Grossmont, and we will provide you with these benefits that I'm going to list. So through our program, we provide what we call Griffin Experience, and that is a welcome session. So we bring you on campus, or depending, if we're in person or virtual, and we just give you valuable information that you definitely want to know as a first-time student before your first day of college. And then for 1 full year, we also provide priority registration, meaning you get first pick to all your courses. You have flexibility with your schedule. If you don't like taking classes in the morning, you don't have to. So pretty much you get first, you're like first in line to register for the courses for the fall and spring semester. And then we have our own FYE counselors that only meet with students in our program. So you'll meet with them. Let's say you want to transfer to UCSD, but you're not sure how. They will literally write down all the courses that you need to transfer. And then, as Keith mentioned, we do have peer mentoring. The picture here is some of our peer mentors. And they will meet with you and just help answer any questions. They are current students, so they've been through their first year. They kind of know what to do, what not to do. So you will be assigned a mentor. You can text them any questions that you have. You can email them, meet with them in person and virtually. So they are there to support you throughout your whole first year. We also have learning communities, which is a set of linked courses that you take with other first-time students. Throughout the year, we have success workshops. We have our own financial aid liaison. It got cut off a little bit, but we have year-round communication. So we'll be emailing you, we'll be messaging you, hey, there's this upcoming deadline coming up, or hey, there's this scholarship floating around, you may qualify. So we'll just keep you up to date with everything that is going on. And for our FYE program, we really only have 2 eligibility requirements. We accept all first-time college students. So if you're a senior about to graduate, you would be a first-time college student. And students who plan to submit the FAFSA or the DREAM Act application, So we're not going to check, their family income. As long as you do submit it, you will receive 2 years free through the promise that Keith mentioned, and you will also be eligible for our program. So we are currently accepting applications. I'm going to go ahead and put the link to our application in the chat, and also put my email in case you want to reach out to me for any questions. Here is also our general email. Sorry, it's a little bit hard to read. And then we also have a social media account in case you just want to check out more of what we do. We'll post information, we'll post flyers. So feel free to follow us. And then you can click the next one, Keith. And then just very briefly, we are offering FYE information sessions this semester in case you want more information about our program, or if you have any questions about the enrollment process. We are offering 15 sessions in English and in Spanish. So please feel free to attend one. You can sign up through this link. I will also insert that in the chat, but thank you.
All right.
Thank you. That was great. And next we have Luke from San Diego City College, and then we will open it up for some questions. Thank you, Luke, and welcome.
Yeah, good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for having me here. And what a tremendous evening! And I was just coming from another presentation, and I'm going to tell you all the same thing, and that is congratulations for making this investment this evening. You could have been a lot of different places doing a lot of different things, but you made the decision to be here this evening. So I definitely want to give a huge shout out to you all. This is what I like to call an investment. This is some great information, some great support, an amazing network of professionals here. Look at all the different schools and organizations that came here to meet you, to support you, to guide you, and to really provide that next step for you. Specifically for us, I want to talk to you about San Diego City College and some of the amazing and powerful things we have going on here. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so we can kind of provide you with a little bit of information. Now, one of the beautiful things about the California community college system is there are a lot of consistencies across the board when you think about your certificates with associate's degrees, even a lot of the same support programs and services. You're going to see that at every single community college, and that is no different than at San Diego City College. Now, what makes San Diego City College real special is the idea and really the goal of our president, Dr. Ricky Shabazz, of being the social justice campus. And we mean that, we really say it because we want to make sure that every single student has not only a powerful time at San Diego City College, but really a time for them to grow, to develop, and to feel supported in a network. Now more than ever with virtual learning, let's address the natural challenge. Is it ideal? Probably not. But really our campuses, and I'm sure every single person here has gone to far, lots of different work to make sure that your student has an amazing time. And obviously college is difficult. It is. College is expensive. So is virtual learning the best time to be in college? Maybe, maybe not. But really, we have to work with what we have. And we want to just tell you a little bit about the amazing things that you still can pursue while you're in college when you do graduate in the very near future. So congratulations on that. Let's go ahead and jump in. I'll tell you a little bit more specifically about City. So with City specifically, we were the first community college in the San Diego area. One of the things that we like to say is we're the flagship campus in our district. And really, it really means so. If you come onto our campus, you see the history, you see the culture, you see just the history of support and development of our students. And it's just a powerful campus to be on. And we definitely love it there when we are in person. We were the fifth community college established in the state of California. Again, something we're very, very proud upon. And the last thing that I always like to mention is that obviously not one pathway works for every single student, but we understand that there needs to be different majors, different certificates, different programs. And that's why San Diego City College has over 250 majors, certificates and programs, as well as 1,500 classes offered each and every semester to make sure that our schedule aligns what it is that you would like to do. Let's not get it twisted in this time. College is your decision. It is your time to decide whether you would like to pursue it or whether you would like to pursue in regards to your goal. And college is maybe one of the first and one of the biggest and most grown-up decisions that you'll probably make. And that's why we want you to make sure that you're supported. And really in our community college environment, you have the opportunity to decide what it is that you would like to study, when you would like to study, where you would like to go, and your timeline for finishing at our institutions. And that's what really makes the California community college system a real powerful one. Moving forward, this is our campus. What I like to say, this is downtown San Diego. It's an amazing place to be. I like to say you can cut out a little piece of downtown, go ahead and plop our school right in the middle in their San Diego City College. It's a fantastic place to be, folks. Again, we love it. We're downtown. It's an amazing place to be. Lots of great food. I love to eat down there when we are in person. But again, it's just an awesome place to be. One thing I do like to mention is that, I know with cost and everything going around right now, we do have access to lots of different forms of transportation, whether that's the trolley, whether that's the train. If you're into the little scooters like the birds and lime things, like we have those as well. They're all littered around the campus. So it's a great way to make sure that you're getting connected and getting to campus. So it's an awesome place to be. So this is just a little snapshot of our campus right here that you can kind of jump into. Beyond that, I do definitely want to talk about the realities of college. And really, again, we've heard all this great information. And again, it's very consistent across the board. But the one thing that we're really talking to students about right now is that not every student wants to be in a program where they have to invest 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Quite frankly, and quite honestly, we're in a time built with financial challenges. And we understand that our students, and quite often, need to be contributing members of our family. And so often, too, a lot of younger folks and even people in our community need an opportunity to have a short-term path into a career or field that can really provide them with the opportunity to not only to provide for themselves, their family, but really their community, right? And really what we like to always talk about is our direct to career pathway. Now, this is the idea that you're going to come to San Diego City College and you're going to develop professional marketability. Now, what do I mean by that? That's going to mean that when you go into the interview and when you sit down and you start to discuss who you are, your professional experience, what you've done, you're going to be able to stand out, because you're going to have that professional hands-on experience from our CTE programs. Now, why is this amazing and why is this special at San Diego City College? Now, everything is revolved around the idea of development. We want you to not only grow as a student, not only grow as a professional, but we like to provide opportunities through our career and transfer center to make sure that you're building and developing your professional experience while you're in college. Now, one thing that makes our campus special is that we're not only providing opportunities to learn about how to do a resume, to learn how to interview, but to actually hold full-blown hiring fairs to make sure that our students are getting jobs that they're learning by doing. And this is an environment that we really like to push to our students. Now, one thing I always hear from students when we do present is that, Luke, I can't do graphic design. I've never done it before. Luke, I can't do nursing. I know nothing about it. Luke, I can't do machine technology. I've never done it before. Well, that's what college is for. And that's what I really want you all to take away with here tonight. You don't need to know anything before you come to college. That is the time where you come. We're going to grow you. We're going to develop your skill, your insight, and we really want to make sure that you develop as a professional. And last but not least, we want to make sure that you're learning by doing. So making sure that when you're in our programs, you're going to be engaging, you're going to be practicing, and you're going to be learning the trade and the field that you would like to go into. Now, if you think about the transfer pathway, this idea that you're going to go to a university, if you're not a student that maybe is proud of your GPA or had some struggles in life, if you're a student like me that graduated with maybe a 2.01 GPA, zero chance of going to the UC that you really desired, that you wanted to go to, that your father worked as a custodian at, the community college gave me that opportunity to reinvent myself as a student. And that's what the community college system can do for you. It's also cost-efficient education. If you look at what the cost of universities are charging and what the cost that the California community college system is providing you, it is drastically reduced that you would have to pay if you were just to go straight to a university. You're going to eliminate the amount of debt, eliminate the amount of stress that you have to deal with paying the California community college price. And then lastly, there is so much pressure out in the world right now to know what you want to do in life. And quite often, we don't provide students with enough time to think, to consider, to explore, to discover. By coming here, it gives you the opportunity to not only work on general education, but discover who you are as a person, as a professional. And the community college system could do that for you. Next thing I want to talk about is some of our degrees and certificates. Now, if you're looking for a short-term path, folks, the certificate is the one for you. It is program focused. So if you're a student that says, man, I'm tired of English, I'm tired of math, I'm tired of history, I'm done with all that. I want to come to the community college and I want to focus on what it is that I want to focus on. I want to do my graphic design and that's it. I want to do my machine technology and that's it. I want to do television, film, electronic media, and that's it. I want to come to the community college for a short period of time and go right to work. And that's what the certificate can provide you. Now, if you want to invest a little bit more time, we have our associate's degrees, and even our associate's degrees that are focused on transferring you to a university. Now, these degrees go essentially with a certificate plus those general education courses you like. So you can actually do both, which is a beautiful thing. So these are our pathways. And again, whatever timeline you got, we got something for you that you can do at the community college, okay? A couple more things. When I say hands-on work, I really mean that. These are a few of our more popular degrees here. A couple to pick out. We got our machine technology, fantastic program. The one story I always like to share is that we had a former student that actually developed and trademarked a ravioli press. Now you're probably thinking ravioli press, not a big deal, but there is major money in ravioli presses, believe it or not. And our students have actually started a company that solely focuses on machining ravioli press, and they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars and employing our city college graduates. And it's a beautiful thing that I always like to talk about in the machine technology program as a powerful one. Also, as you see there, esthetician work, graphic design, music technology, you're actually recording live instruments in a recording studio. And now you're like, well, I can't do that right now. Well, our students are using online web-based recording systems that they're actually still able to do remotely. And our professors are still developing amazing academic plans to make sure our students are still getting that experience in this environment. And lastly, one of the largest dark rooms in Southern California we have at San Diego City College. So if your student is looking for actual film and not digital film, this is going to be an amazing place for your student to grow and develop and learn how to do that field as well in photography. Couple more things, folks, that I would like to mention. Again, these are some of our sample degrees and certificates you could pursue: alcohol and other drug studies if you're looking to go into mental health counseling, crisis interventions, all those different things. Child development, we have a brand new state-of-the-art child development center that's being built as we speak, and it's going to be an amazing place not only for students to learn to be a teacher, how to develop children, but a place where our students can bring their children, if they have children, to be supported in the learning environment so they themselves can be a student on our campus as well. Okay, so some amazing things going on at City Downtown. After that, we've talked about the nursing program. We have a partnership with Point Loma Nazarene, where the large majority of our students are transitioning to a bachelor's of nursing program, which is highly sought after. And our nursing program is leading the way in that field. And after that, we do have our theater program, who does some amazing work and still offering virtual online productions, which is amazing. So if you're into theater, please reach out to us, check our social media. Be a great way to get some great entertainment while we're in virtual learning as well. A couple more things I like to mention. We have our learning communities, and it's similar to like FYE programs, but it's really based on learning from specific mindsets. So our Moja community is coming from a Black perspective, African-American perspective, where they're taking the same English courses, they're taking the same personal growth courses, and they're taking the same math courses. Dr. Rob is one of the local famous DJs in town, but he uses DJ methodologies to really teach and instruct students in mathematics. It is a powerful thing, and it's something you have to see. That is the Moja community. If you are a man of color, the Hubu Community Learning Cohort is an amazing time for you to take a personal growth class together, as well as a time for you to grow as men, to feel empowered, to have a community where you can share how you feel in a safe environment. And lastly, we have our Puente community that does amazing work with our students to get them to the University of California schools. And the Puente program is powerful with our doctors that are teaching not only English communication, but we also have our personal growth courses embedded into those programs as well. Couple things. I know we probably heard about the Promise program in every single school. San Diego City College and our district has some amazing Promise opportunities for your students, up to 2 years of free tuition. So you can essentially take that bachelor's degree, cut it in half, and the San Diego Community College District has the first half of your bachelor's degree for you. No stress at all. Okay, so lots of great support for you in that program. Next, I want to talk about our Get Connected survey. So often students are having to find their way through the virtual campuses. Our Get Connected survey is a way that they can fill out the survey, get connected to whatever office, program, or service that they want to be connected with, and those offices will actually reach out to the students. So an amazing service that I would love for you to fill out and get connected with, and I'll go ahead and post that in the chat in a quick moment. If you are looking to get started at San Diego City College, the main website that you need to visit is sdcity.edu, and this is our STEPS website. I'm going to go ahead and drop it in the chat as well. Anything you need in regards to getting started, a phone number to call, someone that you can actually speak to. We're available Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. any questions you have, any concerns you have, please drop us a line and we're going to go ahead and support you through that process. Again, folks, we have an amazing website that I want you to check out, sdcity.edu/outreach. Again, we are available via text, via phone call, 619-800-2739. And we would love to speak with you. If you want to email us, there's our email right there. If you're a student that says, hey, I want someone to reach out to me, I get that. bit.ly/city help request. One of our outreach ambassadors will get to you within 24 hours, reach out to you, ask you what's going on. And we're going to support you, jump in and make sure your time at San Diego City College is an amazing one. Lastly, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, whatever you're into, SD City Outreach. Stay connected, stay informed. That way we can make sure you're plugged in to the San Diego City College environment. Folks, that's all I have for you this evening. It's been an honor and a pleasure. And if you have any questions, I'm going to be here to help you. Folks, congratulations for being here tonight. Again, what a tremendous investment. Take care.
Thank you, Luke. Kevin Brown, Kuyamaka, is going to send us home tonight. So Kevin Brown, the floor is yours. I apologize for not introducing you at the start.
Oh, no, you're perfectly fine. I was a bit late, so totally my fault. I'm going to share my screen here really quickly. I'll try to get through this as fast as I can. Won't take too much of your time tonight. Just really quickly about me. My name is Kevin Brown. I am the outreach specialist over at Cuyamaca College. I graduated from Valhalla High School out in East County. And from there, I went to university in Las Vegas, so the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, for a semester, realized that I didn't like it too much. And I wound up back in community college, and it was probably the greatest thing that happened to me. So I'm a product of the community college system. I spent a semester over at Cuyamaca before going down to Southwestern. I spent 2 years over at Southwestern before transferring over to San Diego State. And I graduated from San Diego State several years ago with a degree in political science. So getting into this presentation just really quickly, I know Grossmont spoke to you earlier. One cool thing about Cuyamaca is that we're sister schools with Grossmont College. So if you're a student at Cuyamaca, you're also a student at Grossmont College. So you have the benefit of having two campuses to go to. If you can't find your class at Cuyamaca, you may be able to find that class at Grossmont and vice versa. There's plenty of students who have their majors at Cuyamaca or Grossmont colleges that take classes at both. So it's just something to be aware of. One thing I just want to highlight really quickly, some of our academic and career pathways. So this is how our students, we've actually worked with students to group our majors at Cuyamaca into certain areas or into certain focuses. And these are what students sort of generated and come up with. One really cool thing, or one thing I like to emphasize, is our career education programs. So some of the things that sort of set us apart, or some of the programs we have at Cuyamaca that sort of set us apart. Our automotive technology program is terrific. We have a ton of students who are interested in working in the automotive industry that come to Cuyamaca to major in or to receive a certificate or associate's degree in automotive technology. And majoring in automotive technology at Cuyamaca doesn't necessarily limit you to transferring over to other schools. If your interest is in like electrical engineering, for example. So if you're interested in vehicles, but you want to get a 4-year degree in the long run, that's something that you can totally do. And that goes for just about any program you'll see here. Accounting, we offer certificates and associate degrees in, but you can also end up transferring in whatever area of study to a 4-year university. So these are just some of the programs we offer here at Cuyamaca. If you don't see a program that you're interested in studying here, that doesn't mean we don't offer it or you can't study it at Grossmont. Like I mentioned earlier, there's plenty of students who have their majors at Grossmont that take classes at both colleges. The next page, you'll actually see some of the CTE programs offered at Grossmont. I know administration of justice is a popular one where we see students take classes like in sociology or psychology at Cuyamaca, but they have their major in administration of justice over at Grossmont College. The enrollment steps are going to be very similar to those that were mentioned earlier. So doing that application, doing what we like to call our onboarding process. So online orientation, assessment would be the third step, and then creating a class plan. So really meeting with a counselor and figuring out what those first semester classes are going to be like for you. Registering for those classes once you're actually a student, and then paying for those classes and attending classes. I'm going to skip over a few slides here. A lot of these things are going to be very similar in terms of prices you're going to pay for college at Cuyamaca and Grossmont. price is going to be, I believe it's about $138 per class you'll take for a 3-unit class. So just something to keep in mind. It's one way to complete that, or if you're interested in completing or receiving a bachelor's degree, it's one way to keep that price down, like some of the others have mentioned here earlier. As I believe Keith mentioned from Grossmont College, the 2-year college promise we have at Grossmont and Cuyamaca. This is one way to get 2 free years of tuition paid for at Grossmont and Cuyamaca College. I really can't drive that home enough. We have students that participate in this program that are attending both colleges, that are taking classes at either or, and are receiving this 2 years free at Grossmont and Cuyamaca. And the requirements, as you'll see, being a first-time college student, attending full-time, making sure you have that FAFSA or California DREAM Act completed, and then doing that onboarding process I just sort of spoke to. So the application, our online orientation, our placement, and then speaking with the counselor for your first year semester education plan. One thing I really want to emphasize is I feel like I sort of mentioned the, going back to sort of the programs we have at Cuyamaca, some of the ones that we like to highlight that sort of separate us from other colleges. We have our automotive technology program, like I mentioned, really great. And then we have our ornamental horticulture program. So if you're interested in like landscape architecture, that's one program that Cuyamaca College sort of offers, that if you're interested in studying landscape architecture at a 4-year university, we'll sort of funnel you into a program at Cal Poly Pomona or some other institution that offers 4-year, or some other 4-year institution that offers landscape architecture. And then our engineering and STEM department, our engineering and STEM departments, they have sort of this cohort model where students are grouped together, students who are studying similar things, and they really work together to ensure student success while they're going through that program at Cuyamaca. And then our engineering program, we offer civil engineering, aerospace engineering, all those different, all the different sort of practices in engineering. That's one thing our campus really likes to drive home, is that we have a huge engineering department. We like to, so if you're interested in any of those areas, it's one thing you can study at Cuyamaca. And then last but not least, again, going back to the cohort models, I know it was sort of mentioned here earlier, our Pathway Academy is our first-year experience program. And then our Moja program, also a cohort model for students of African-American or Black students, where you can be any type of student, any race, ethnicity, and join these programs. But there's a different sort of filter that's put on when you're going through these programs. So lastly, the transfer options. So just like many of these other 2-year colleges, we offer a program where we offer transfer options to both CSU system, so the California State University system, and then the UC system. So if you're interested in studying at San Diego State or CSU Fullerton, or if you're interested in studying at UC Davis or UC Santa Cruz, that's definitely an option. There's ways and methods that we can, or that can be taken so that you can achieve those goals. So if your goal is to study at Florida University, it's definitely a possibility. Lastly, just one other thing before we finish off here, just how you can contact us. I'll put our information in the chat. And then if you visit our homepage, we are actually having live Zoom sessions every day from 8 to 5 or whatever the business day hours are, for you to actually speak with a student ambassador from Cuyamaca College. So if you need to hear more, if you want to hear more about Cuyamaca, there is a live session you can join every day. And I'll link all that in the chat here. And you can speak with someone live for more information about how to complete the application, about what programs you may be interested in, if your major is offered at Cuyamaca, if it's not, how you can go about studying it so that you can transfer, and etc. So thank you for your time. I really appreciate you. Sorry if I went through that really quickly. Just didn't want to take up too much of your time tonight. But
thank you, Kevin. And thanks to all of our reps tonight. Next steps, while reps are adding a few more tidbits of information into the chat, this presentation was recorded. Coach Jamal and I give us about a day or so to upload this to our YouTube channel at RB. We'll also share it with our colleagues at Poway, so that way it's available to all the students at Poway High and their parents as well. Reps, if you are open to the idea of sending us your presentation, we can consolidate that into one. If you're comfortable with that, email that to Coach Jamal and I, and we'll also share that with Poway High, just to make things a little bit user-friendly for everyone that came out here tonight. Another plug, the Poway Unified Counselors are here and ready to help. I know you can't walk into our office tomorrow morning and ask us a question. but you can call us, you can email us, you can Zoom with us. You have your Titan Center with Ms. Brown, you have your Bronco Center with Coach Jamal. So we're here and ready to help. You saw and heard a tremendous amount of information tonight, all fantastic information. So there might be that overload right now. Let's go, sleep on it, as I like to say, and come back and talk to us. All these reps are fantastic. They are our local reps. They are here, and you can see and hear their passion and desire to help. So don't be shy. So any last questions, general questions? There were some fantastic ones in the chat that were going. Any general questions that anyone has, or even a Poway Unified question that the four of us could take? And if you're wanting to go, thank you for being here, and have a wonderful night. But if you want to stay and ask a question, we'll hang out for a few more minutes.
Matt, I'm seeing some questions in the chat that might be good to ask.
I'm just rolling back to make sure where to start. Do you see the first one?
If you transfer to a university, do you only do 2 more years?
Is there a rep who wants to take that, or we can take that as?
I don't mind fielding it. I just speaking from
Thank you,
experience.
Kevin.
Yeah. So depending on your major study, if you're in something that's really math focused or math intensive, sometimes you'll do more than 2 years. But yes, you will not have to repeat the additional 2 years you studied at your community college at the university level. So when you say, for example, you're studying political science, you won't need to take those lower division political science classes that you took at a community college at university again. You're really going to be completing your upper division undergraduate courses once you transfer over. Does that answer your question?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just making sure I answered it. I hope that answered the question.
Earlier in the chat, I saw a student asked about AP computer science, or no, sorry, it was environmental science. Environmental science programs, are there any schools that have that specifically?
I would just mention, sorry, go ahead. I would just mention that, a lot of our students come in undecided, or they don't see their major listed on our list of majors because we're just listing our associate's degrees that we offer. But if you're going to transfer, then you can really prepare for most any major at a community college with the general education requirements and some of the major requirements, and then you would get your degree from a four-year university.
Thank you. The next question is, how does the fall going to look? Are we going to be online? Are we in person? $1 million question, right? For all of us.
I can speak to Southwestern College, but going back to the environmental question, we do have an environmental management program. So definitely if the student is interested, we encourage them to talk to the counselor. I think as someone's mentioned, sometimes they see the program, they see the description, and that might not be exactly what the student is looking for. So we always encourage the student to talk to a counselor first. And then going back, Matt, to your question about what is the fall looking like. So for Southwestern College, we are preparing ourselves to either be in person, be virtual, or continue or hybrid or continue virtually. Right now for us, we are definitely following all state guidelines. Safety and the health of our students comes first. So we are making sure that if we do go back to campus, it is because we can offer our students the best environment for them to succeed and for them to be healthy. So that's why we tell our students and our incoming students to follow us on social media, because that is how we are able to communicate with our larger community what exactly is going on at the college level and how the state decisions are affecting how we move forward for the fall semester.
I will save the chat. The question is, was the chat going to be saved? I will save it, and I'll work with Coach Jamal and see how we can get that out to people. But happy to do that. And then let's do one more. And the question is, looking to earn a degree in teaching. So various community colleges that offer a teaching degree with a plan to transfer to 4-year after starting at the community college. So anyone want to share about education?
Yeah, San Diego City College has a really awesome early childhood education program, even with an emphasis in education as well. So if you're looking for early childhood education, we definitely have our Child Development Center that really keys in on that development for students. So definitely a fantastic program that we offer as well.
Alrighty, well, thanks again to everyone. This was tremendous. Give us a day or so to get the video up online. Know that the reps are here and are eager to meet and talk with any and all of you, and your site counselors and support staff in the Titan Center and Bronco Center are also readily available. Have a wonderful evening. Go Titans, go Broncos, and have a great night.
I'm Matt, and before you close the session, I am chatting with someone on the direct message, and I just asked her for her email. So I was just saying, if you could wait a second before you close the session, so I can get her email. Thank you.
I'll be keeping that open for a little bit.
Thank you.
In that case, can I answer?
Night, everyone.
Can I answer Michelle's question by chance?
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome.
Go for it.
So Michelle, I know you're asking about honors program at college. So I can speak for Miramar. We do have an honors program. It's something that we definitely encourage students to take advantage of as soon as they come into Miramar, because a lot of times they come in not knowing exactly what they want to do, and maybe even, like trying to decide if they want to transfer or not. But honors is a good way for students to really get their feet wet in terms of just like the rigor of the courses, and because this really requires them to do a little bit extra in order to receive honor credit. So we do have that program, and it's available to students as soon as they start on Miramar. And I know you also had the same question for Miracosta.
Yeah, so for our honors program, we do have an application that you submit once you're coming in as a student. It focuses a lot on building community. You can take honors classes in a variety of different courses. So if it's not offered in our course catalog as honors, then you can work with a professor and make an honors contract. But what we're trying to do is get you usually research and presentation experience. We present at conferences throughout the state. So it's a great experience, and just being with like-minded students, and anybody can take honors classes. So to get that honors TAP certification to help with admission to those UCs, then you need to complete 5 classes.
All righty, thank you. It is 7:34. It's been a wonderful night. Thank you so much to all of our reps and everyone for attending, and look for this presentation to be made available by no later than the end of the week. It will be up and running.